Welcome, welcome. This is Notes 23.5, the special edition Notes, Winter Havoc 2020-26. Oh, did I put an extra 20 in there? Notes 23.5. We'll go back to Polar after this. These type of questions, guys, some of these are pretty popular in the SAT. They sometimes come out. Let's read this. Let's see what it says. It said, before we continue the polar life, let's know the basics of circles. At the minimum, know how the equation of a circle looks like in Cartesian form. I've seen textbooks, so I've seen both of these. I've seen textbooks called this standard form, and I've seen textbooks called this standard form. They both mean the same thing. Let's derive one from the other. So let's look at this equation here. If I call this equation 1 and equation 2, we can get to equation 2 pretty quickly from equation 1. So let me write x minus h close it squared plus y minus k close it squared equals r squared. HK is considered the center, and r is considered the radius. See? Nothing crazy. And I notice in my second equation that there's a 1 on the right-hand side, that equal sign. So I can get a 1 to be here on the right-hand side if I simply divide by r squared. Do you agree that r squared divided by r squared is 1? Yeah. So if whatever I do to the right side, I got to do to the left. And then I notice law of exponents. So I have a square here, I have a square here. So I can just write one giant parenthesis like this. X minus h all over r, close it squared, plus y minus k all over r, close that squared, equals 1. I know we're talking about circles. Notice this is equation 2. Sometimes they call this r of x, sometimes they call this r of y, and they say that these are radii, because I have an x radii and I have a y radii. If rx equals ry, then we have a circle. But if rx does not equal ry, then we have something called a, what do you call an egg? Is there a word for something that's shaped like that? Well, I guess an oval is okay word. Is there another word that starts with an E? Second letter L. No, not egg. Third letter, I guess that's 2 L's in there. E-L-L. A-L-L-I. E-L-I-P.
Oh,
ellipse. Right?
Like a solar. Oh, yeah. Yes.
No, not an eclipse. Ellipse.
No.
Okay. If Rx is not equal to Ry, we have an ellipse because we have an X radar and a Y radar. We're not there yet. Notice this is called circles, so I'm literally going to be talking about this one at all times. We're still okay?
Yes.
Okay. So the equation of a circle centered at the origin. Well, I'm centered at the origin. The coordinate is 0, 0. And I guess you can go x minus 0 close it squared plus y minus 0 close it squared equals, and if I'm using equation number 1, this guy, and I don't tell you what the radius is, so I'm just going to write r squared. X minus 0 is just x, so x squared plus y squared equals r squared. We're okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, parrot. Be happy, miss. All right. Sorry, miss. I got to keep going. Have we seen this before? Well, you actually have. Look what I'm drawing. What do I call that? The unit circle. Well, I guess I have to put a 1 here. That's the unit circle, and you've seen this many times before. This is some angle. That coordinate is some x comma y. And there's so many derivations of this, guys. If you want to do like SOHCAHTOA, they call the horizontal displacement here an x, the vertical displacement here a y, and this a 1. You could have gone x squared plus y squared equals 1 squared. OMG, look, this is the Pythagorean, that's Pythagorean theorem. I just did Pythagorean theorem. 1 squared is just 1. X squared plus y squared equals 1. That looks exactly like this, except where the r is, well, 1, radius 1 squared. See it? By the way, this is also related to your, I said SOHCAHTOA, but I didn't do anything about it. This is also related to your trig identities a little bit. That's where your sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, your Pythagorean trig identities. So remember when we said sine theta equals sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse, so y divided by 1 is just y. Cosine theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse, so x divided by 1 is just x. You don't have to write this down. You can just observe this. Notice that says x and that says cosine. So look, if I can cosine theta squared plus parenthesis sine theta squared equals 1. When I square this, where have you seen this formula before? Yeah, the love formula. Well, that's a good name, the love formula. The Valentine's formula. Cosine squared plus sine squared equals 1. That's just extra for you guys, but you can see how everything's starting to be connected. Isn't that cool that no matter where you look, like everything's connected? See, so we all have some things more in common than we think. So we're all connected, guys. We're all humans. We all believe in justice and we all believe in doing what's right. Okay, I'll stop. That's as far as I go. All right, you guys happy? All right, let's go. Oh. No, they're happy, guys. YouTube, let the record show that they are happy. Okay. Oh, wait. You don't have to write any of that part down. Just trying to make a connection there. We're going to keep it simple. So it says sketch the graph, and I have some. So have you seen this in SATs before, something like this on the non-calculator section? This looks a lot like this. That looks a lot like that. Remember the center is h comma k. And remember that r stands for radius. Okay? Where is my center?
1.
No, not 1. 2 comma 4, yeah. What is the radius? 5. See, we're going to go slow. All I'm doing is drawing an x-axis and a y-axis. It's not to scale. I always suck at not to scale. I always saw it drawing circles. I'm going to put my center. I'm going to say 2, 4 is like right here. See? What's my radius? So I'm going to go 5 up, 5 down from the center, and then I'm going to go 5 right, 5 left from the center. So 2, 4, I'm going to go 5 up. I'm going to say this is 5 up, and I'm going to call this 2, comma, what's 5 plus 4? 9. Does everyone see how I got that 9? Okay. I'm going to go back to my center, 2, 4, and I'm going to go 5 down. So if I go 5 down, I'm like right here. So that's 2, comma, what's 4 minus 5? Does everyone see how I got negative 1? Okay. I go back to my center, and I'm going to go 5 to the right. 5 to the right. Sorry.
Why to the right?
Oh, I'm just trying to, like, if I go from the center and if I go 5 in all directions, that's going to create my circle. So that's why I'm going to the right. So what's my new x value? Well, 2 plus 5 is 7, and you keep the y value the same. Now I'm going to go back to my center, and I'm going to go 5 to the left. 5 to the left. Crisscross. Okay, I'll stop. What's 2 minus 5?
Negative 3.
There you go. And now, let's see if I can draw, because sometimes I can draw, sometimes I can't. I'm going to draw my circle. I mean, that looks okay-ish, I guess. It's not my best circle, but looks all right. Looks all right. Sorry, guys. Hope that wasn't cringe. I guess you can give me a thumbs down on the YouTube video if it was. Does yours look like a circle? Oh. Más o menos. That's more or less, right? If you don't know. Bless you. Was that a sneeze? Bless you squared. That was a good sneeze. Do you feel better? Oh. I always feel really good when I sneeze. All right. Next question. Don't worry. I'm going to go slow. It says determine the center and the radius of the following circle equation. Guys, the easiest way, in my opinion, is to make this expression. They're already telling you it's a circle. By the way, later on we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna put a 3 in there and all that good stuff, but we're not there yet. All these are circles for now. If you see an x squared and you see a y squared, it doesn't. Well, for the most part, as long as there's other stuff, as long as you see another. Right now, we're not trying to trick you. If you see an x squared and a y squared, it's gonna be a circle. All right. How do I turn this? How do I know the center of this? How do I know the radius of this? Turn this into this: x minus h close it squared plus y minus k close it squared equals r squared. This is the easiest way because look, I know that wherever my h and k are, I know that's the center. And I know that r stands for radius. So as soon as I see whatever r squared is, I'm just going to take the square root. Do you guys see what I'm doing? All right, so here's what you're going to do. Get the x's together. So I'm going to write like this. X squared plus 2x plus blank. And now I'm going to get the y's together. Plus y squared minus 10y plus blank. And I'm going to move. Yeah, all I'm doing is I'm just reorganizing.
Why did you put 2x with the h?
I put the 2x with the x squared. Because I'm about to do a binomial with a square on it. Don't worry, I'm going to explain everything right now. And I'm going to move that 22 to the right, so that turns into negative 22. I'm going to do something called complete the square. Yes. Hopefully we have experience. Do you guys remember complete the square from your algebra?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is why it comes so in handy. There's more uses than just this. This is just one of them. Chop, what are you doing and why are you doing it? Guys, remember don't be a robot. What I want to do is I want to make it look like this. Does that make sense to you guys? I'm trying to make it look like that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to get a trinomial and I'm going to get a perfect Chop, what does trinomial mean? Trinomial just means 3 terms. I'm going to take these 3 terms, that's a trinomial, and I'm going to turn it into a binomial, which means 2 terms with a square on it. And how do we do that? By completing the square. Look, you're going to help me and you're going to see it. It's all going to make sense. It's all going to make sense. Did I say that right? All right. 2 divided by 2.
1.
And what's 1 squared?
1.
So I'm going to put a plus 1 right here. Whatever. Yeah, it's magic.
Can you write the math? Because you're saying it and I need to see it.
Remember b divided by 2a? Take that number. Take coefficient, comma, divide by 2. Yeah, why 2? Because when we square that number, that's going to be it's going to reduce to a perfect binomial. You'll see right now. You see this x squared plus 2x plus 1? That reduces to x plus 1, whatever this number was. Close it, put a square on it. See, there it is. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to look like that. Side note. No, check it out, Parrot. It's going to be good. You're going to love this. Look, x plus 1 times x plus 1. That's what x plus 1 squared means, right? Look at this. X times x squared. X times 1 plus x. 1 times x plus another x. 1 times 1 plus 1. Look at that. X squared plus 2x plus 1. Well, that's exactly what I have here. That's why we're dividing everything by 2 and then squaring it. Do you see that? Okay, check it out. Okay, check it out, Perry. You're going to tell me. What's 10 divided by 2? Yeah. And what's 5 squared? Yes. Plus 25. So whatever you do to one side, you do to the...
Bro, why is it not just 5? You just divide by 2 and we got 1.
Yeah, and then 1 squared is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5, and 5 squared is 25. But when I expand it, I'm going to get this expression. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Look what I have. All these 3 trinomials, they reduce to y minus 5 with a square on it. See? Now, if I expand this, so check it out, Parrot. Why did I do that? Well, look, if I do y minus 5 squared, that's the same thing as y minus 5 times y minus 5. Y times y squared.
Why is it minus?
You keep the sign. You got to add up to a negative 10 when you expand it. Y times negative 5, negative 5y, negative 5 times y, another negative 5y, negative 5 times negative 5, minus 25. Look at that. Y squared minus 10y plus 25. Sorry, negative times the negative is a positive. Plus 25. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that cool? Whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other. So this plus 25 and that plus 1 is for balance. Because that's what we added. We added that 1 and we added that 25. Does that make sense? Okay. 25 plus 1 is 26. The difference between 22 and 26 is 4. The 26 is bigger, so it's going to be a positive 4. Are we okay? All right, we got it. Look, what's the center?
1 comma 5.
No, not 1 comma 5.
Oh, wait. 1 negative 5?
The other way around.
Bro, what?
Yeah, because look, this is x minus. X minus. Well, that says x plus.
Oh, negative 1.
Negative 1, positive 5. The opposite signs. X minus a negative 1 turns it to a plus. See? X minus, that's like your h is that number. And remember, it's x minus negative 1.
Why would it happen?
Oh, because 5 is already positive, see? It's x minus k, miss. If it would have been y plus 5, then just do the opposite signs. You know this, parrot, you know this. How did we get to pre-calc? Because we took algebra. We got this. All right, my radius. All right, so I said that. What's my radius?
4?
No.
Golly.
That is r squared.
Oh, so then it's 2?
Yes, how'd you get 2?
Wait, what? What did I do? The square root.
Square root. There it is. Can we do that? Yes, we're going to do another example. We're going to do another example. Yeah, ready? All right, let's go to the next question, guys. All right, come on, parrot, focus, miss. So it says determine the center and the radius of the following circle equation. Don't worry, we'll be done real quick. So again, we're doing the same thing. You're gonna group x squared plus 20x plus blank plus y squared plus 14y plus blank. I'm going to move that 49 to the other side, equals negative 49. They want me to determine the same thing. They want a center and they want a radius. So here's my move. Take this 20 and I'm going to do what? What's 20 divided by 2? And then what am I going to do with that 10? What's 10 squared? So I'm going to put plus 100 right here. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the... Are we okay? So this x squared plus 20x plus 100 reduces to x plus 10 with a square on it. Whatever this number was divided by 2, that's what goes right there. You keep that sign. Plus, that plus is this plus. Tell me, what am I doing here? What do I divide by 2? 14 divided by 2 is what?
7.
And what do I do with that 7? What's 7 squared?
49.
I put a plus 49 there. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. Are we still okay? These 3 terms will reduce to what?
Y plus 7.
Yes, perfect. There it is. That's the whole thing. What do you call that? What did we just do? That's called what? Completing the square. What we just did there is called completing the square. See? And that's what you guys probably did that for a whole week in Algebra 2. And there it is. We just did it real quick. All right, what happens to those 49s? They cancel out. What do I just have? Where's the center? Yes. See, you got it, parrot. Negative 10, negative 7 is the center. So now you'll get these questions correct on the SAT no matter what. What's my radius? What's my radius? Remember, that's r squared. Perfect. How'd you get 10? By taking the what? Square root. See, we're learning, right?
Yes.
Don't you feel good that we're doing all this good stuff? Don't worry, we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. We got one question left. All right, it says determine the equation of the circle graph to the right. Well, I'm just using this. X minus h close it squared plus y minus k close it squared equals r squared. Where is the center of that circle? 3, 2. So I'm going to replace the h with a, and then the k with a. So I have x minus 3 clothed squared plus y minus 2 clothed squared. Now all I need is r squared. I could show you formulas, but it's so much simpler to just look at it and then look, connect the dots.
It's 5.
No, you're close. It's not 5.
What?
Do you see that right triangle there?
Yes.
The horizontal distance here is, what's the difference between 8 and 3? 5. But see, that's not a radius. What's the difference between 4 and 2? What can I do to figure out the radius? Do what theorem? Pythagorean theorem. And now look at this, even better. You see how that says r squared? You're not going to have to even simplify it. Just leave it like this. Look, 5 squared plus 2 squared equals r squared. So I'm just doing Pythagorean theorem. Look, I'm doing it here in blue. So let me zoom out. Pythagorean. 5 squared plus 2 squared equals r squared. What's 5 squared?
Sorry, 25.
25. What's 2 squared? 4 equals r squared. Look, don't do any simplifying. That says r squared. I'm just going to substitute 25 plus 4. Put that right there. 29. Yeah, because you don't need a square root. If they were to ask what's the radius, then you would say it's the square root of 29, whatever that is. And that's it. Yeah, we're done. Do you think we can do deltas like that pretty easily?
Yeah.
Okay. I have the due date at 9:00. But if you get it done, I think you have enough time to get it done right now, and then you don't have to worry about it. And I'm here, so if you have questions, you can ask me. All right, we're done, guys. Good job. You guys did good. You had a good attitude. And